back we're bringing this back to life. We're picking up where we left off and on again. We never quite could forget, 'cause what we got so intense. I feel it again, I feel it again, I feel it again. We're bringing this back to life.
Better off as strangers. Believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night, beneath the pale moon. Loving's for the fools. Baby, beware of my bite. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a
Alright guys, let's just start. I apologise for being late. I fell asleep on the couch. I know, it's a habit. I say it all the time. I should get out of it. But, yeah. Big day, and I just got back from the Gold Coast, and yeah. So, fell asleep. But let's jump straight into it, and hopefully you guys will like the new intro. I'll put a few memes up there, keep you all occupied for 5 or 10 minutes while I set everything up. So, in case you're wondering what's different, it's that. But let's jump straight into it. Donald Trump to farmers. We're going to let in migrant guest workers. I want to know what you think about this. Because this, to me, I can see the plus and I can see the advantages. But I'm like, yeah. It's still them taking jobs. And I don't know how his base is going to react to this. By the way, hi Mary. How are you in the chat? So, President Donald Trump told American farmers on Saturday that he would allow guest workers to come into the country despite his promise to protect American workers. So, yeah, they're starting to pick up on what I was going to say. For the farmers, okay, we're going to get food. We're going to let you guest workers come in because we're going to have strong borders, but we're going to have your workers come in, the president said during the campaign rally, Washington, Michigan on Saturday. Trump said that the unemployment numbers were so good that it was possible to allow guest workers in the country to allow the fields and the seasonal labour. So he's talking about stuff like cherry picking, you know, like grape picking, stuff like that. No worries, Barry. Now, like I said, at the end of the day, obviously, look, I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. You know, his promise was he was going to protect workers, and giving some of these workers to the migrants, it's, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. The crowd supporters did not cheer in response to his comment. No, I don't think they would. But then they have to get out, Trump concluded, prompting cheers again. So it sounds like it's going to be like, yeah, come in, do your work for 6 months or whatever, and then GTFO. President Trump quickly changed the subject to manufacturing, talking about Foxconn factories we were building in Wisconsin, returning to talk about guest workers. We need people to be able to come into the country to do the jobs, help you on the farms, and then get out. They're going to leave, he said. Guest workers, they're going to take care of that. Guest workers, don't we agree? We have to have them, or we have to have them. I don't know. Personally, I don't think we have to have them anyway, but I don't know, guys. Yeah, let me know in those comment section below. What do you think about this? Are you supportive of Donald Trump and his guest workers, or do you think this is him flip-flopping a bit on his campaign promises? To me, it sounds a little bit of flip-flopping, but let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Kanye West is back in the news again. Okay, I'm just going to say that I have a newfound appreciation for Kanye because he has taken a lot of arrows lately and he has managed to literally hold them all off. So good on you, Kanye, for doing that. But Kanye West condemns Black America's allegiance to the Democrat plantation in song Ye the People. Oh boy. Rap megastar Kanye West released a new song on Sunday, sending what could be considered one of the boldest political statements in rap history, questioning Black Americans' near-monolithic support of Democratic Party. The fiery track "Ye the People" sees the Chicago coroner in a back and forth lyrical debate about the merits of thinking freely and the political and economic state of Black America, as well as addressing the fallout from West's seeming embrace of President Donald Trump with actor T.I. I would love to play it for you guys, but the fact of the matter is that Kanye is very big on copyright. So, while I might like him for his political views, don't necessarily like him for that because I can't play it. But anyway, I imagine it'll be on YouTube. I presume it's up there. Bro, I never stopped fighting for the people. I actually wearing the hat that'll show the people were equal. Where it says in the posted picture online of him wearing a Make America hat again. which the rapper says, stay in my closet like about a year and a half. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he actually had that hat since he met Trump, right before Trump went into office. So I figured that hat was actually a reason, is there for some other reason. I didn't think he posted that picture just because he just got it. I knew he was trying to send a message about something. I had a different idea, but we'll get to that in a sec. See the problem with this damn nation? All blacks got to be Democrat, man. We ain't made it off the plantation, West agrees. T.I.'s verse confronts West's willingness to align with President Donald Trump, questioning his West's selfish agenda. Well, quote, stop police from murdering niggers, quote. Then, quote, this shit is stubborn, selfish, bullheaded, even for you. You wore the dusty hat too. Represents the same view as a white supremacist man. We expect better from you, says T.I., who later called President Donald Trump a poster child for white supremacy. Yeah, he's not really, but anyway. I'd like to hear it. I would really like to hear that song and see how it goes. Because, yeah, I think it might be quite good, actually. And I don't know, I was always against stars getting very political when it came to things like this sort of stuff. But I don't know. If the Democrats are going to keep doing it, then we're going to have to follow. You know, if the Democrats are going to come out and start swinging, you know, going on about all their superstars and celebrities and everything like that, then we're going to have to do the same. Because otherwise, if we don't, then we're just going to lose the culture war, so to speak. So, yeah, I'm not keen on over-politicizing anything, but, you know, if you're gonna rock this boat, then we're going to rock the boat, so to speak. I don't know. But yeah, as for Kanye, look, I haven't heard the song yet. It's been a full one weekend, so yeah, should be pretty good. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, supporters chant Nobel for Donald Trump's success in North Korea. Yeah, he probably should get the Nobel Peace Prize, actually. Didn't Obama get it for something less than peace? Like, he got it for some stupid reason or something? But anyway. Donald Trump's supporters believe that he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize in response to the peace process underway on the North Korean peninsula. Well, he probably should, you know, to be honest. A crowd of supporters started chanting, Nobel, Nobel, Nobel. I was actually watching this live, actually. It was really, really interesting. So, really interesting to watch. As the president talked about the accomplishments on Sunday at a campaign rally in Washington Township, Michigan. Trump laughed and responded, quote, I just want to get the job done, he added. Strength is going to keep us out of a nuclear war. He continued to mock the fake news media critics who were in the air questioning whether he had anything to do with the successful peace development. No, he had nothing to do with it whatsoever. You know, he just literally put Kim Jong-un in his place. You know, like, come on. Like, the guys... Okay, so Donald Trump runs off what I like to call the Crazy Ivan theory. Where if he acts nuts, people will actually believe he's nuts. So if he's sitting there going on about nuking North Korea and stuff like that, then people are going to sit there and think, holy shit, this guy is really crazy. He's actually going to do it, and they back down. There's actually, I don't know if it's the Crazy Ivan theory or it's the crazy something. I like to call it Crazy Ivan. Yeah, okay, Crazy Ivan. It is Crazy Ivan. So yeah, like I say, it does work. That is probably one of the main reasons why North Korea is back down, because they're literally scared that he might actually turn him into a glass factory. And the US is just too big for them to nuke. So they really can't do anything when it gets to, you know, like, North Korea is small compared to the US. If it was a matter of the US letting off their nukes compared to North Korea, there's no guarantee that he actually has that capability or that he can actually make it. Last I heard, he still was lacking heat shielding in his missiles. And B, the US has more nukes and a smaller area to nuke. North Korea would have less nukes and a bigger area to nuke. he can't win that war, no matter what he does. So he's probably sitting there thinking, holy shit, Donald Trump really is crazy. And he backs down. So, yeah. But yeah, I was actually watching this live when it came up, and it was actually pretty cool. Yeah, they really were chatting for him, and there was a few other things that we'll get into that happened in the rally as well. But this was one of the funniest things as well. President Trump President Trump imitates Maxine Waters at the Michigan rally. Might actually be able to play this one, actually. President Donald Trump imitates Representative Maxine Waters, calls for impeachment during his Michigan rally on Saturday. Let's play it.
This November, every American will face a choice. Now, they say if the House doesn't make it, it's very important. You have great congressmen. These are great people. These are great, great people. And thank you. But we have to keep the House. Because if you listen to Maxine Waters...
it must have to be so unpopular that you get booed from a stadium full of people. Like, Maxine, just... I would say retire, but you're doing Trump a favor by staying in. You really are.
She goes around saying, we will impeach him. We will impeach him. Then people said, but he hasn't done anything wrong. Oh, that doesn't matter. We will impeach the president. So I don't think we're going to have a lot of happy people if that happens. I think it's going to be a little bit tough. But she goes around and some others, we will impeach him. Doesn't matter if you do anything right or wrong. They want to do that. We got to win the House. And you know what? We're going to win anyway. But we're going to win the House.
Just on that, I'm going to make a few videos when it gets closer to the date. The problem is that when people are winning, they normally take their foot off the gas. They relax and they're like, okay, we're winning, so, you know, we don't have to struggle as much. And that's when your opposition normally comes up and takes it from under your feet. So, if anybody is watching this and you're a Democrat, please keep the pressure on. Don't relax. Don't think that you're... Just because Trump's in power, that... I love Trump. Yeah, me too. That just because he's in power, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can take your foot off the gas.
We're going to win the House. Now, historically, when you win the presidency, the person that wins, the party that wins, does poorly in what they call the midterms. And
that's actually true too, by the way. Also, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, give it a thumbs up. Get the word out there, and yeah, we can get more and more viewers, and yeah. But yeah, that's actually true. What he's saying is generally when they go through and when you've won the election, you lose the midterms. TJ, I think wife discrimination is wrong and it is very offensive against good white Americans. What are you talking about there, TJ, when you say wife discrimination? I don't know what you're talking about. Or is that wife or white discrimination? Let me know what your thoughts are.
The reason is, I guess, you take it easy a little bit, right? Something happens. I guess it's 93, 94% of the time. This is over a long period of time. I don't know what you get. You know what it is? You get complacent. We cannot be complacent. We got to go out, right? We got to go out. We got to go out, and we got to fight like hell, and we got to win the House, so we got to win the Senate. And I think we're going to do great in the Senate, and I think we're going to do great in the House because the economy is so good. The economy is so good.
Jacob, just to agree with what you're saying, yeah, I fully agree with what you say there, buddy. It doesn't matter if Trump has actually done anything wrong. They are just going to impeach him. Just because of the fact that they hate him so much, they do not care if he's done anything right or wrong. It's just, we're just going to impeach him. And they're just going to get rid of him. It is complete insanity. It really, really is. And this is why we keep saying liberalism Liberalism, it's a mental disease. It's a mental disorder. It really is. They are so nuts. Who would literally sit around screaming at the moon or the sun or the whatever it is at the time of the day because Trump won an election? Can you imagine a bunch of Trump supporters going outside and screaming at the sky because Hillary won the election? I can't either. But anyway. Apparently, according to Maxine Waters, 70% of women want to impeach Trump. Well, we'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, basically, I agree with him. If they do win the House, they will impeach Trump. They are going to basically drop him, and they're going to get rid of him, and we're going to. But then what? Then what's the plan? Right? You get rid of Trump. You impeach Trump. Okay, fine. Then what? You're going to get Mike Pence, and then what? They're going to impeach Mike Pence as well. And what are they just going to do? Keep going until they get people that they like. How many times can you impeach someone like in a row? Is what I want to know. But anyway. President Trump also put the rally on hold for medical emergency in the crowd. And I remember seeing this too. And it was actually quite impressive. So, President Donald Trump abruptly paused his speech that day evening while doctors attended to a medical emergency in the audience. The president had opted to speak at a campaign-style rally in Michigan rather than attend the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner, which to me makes complete sense. There is no reason whatsoever that Donald Trump would go to the White House Correspondents. And I'm sorry, but I've seen the White House Correspondents, and we might even get into playing into that in a bit. It wasn't that funny. Squirrel, I got a small dog last week. The fur on its head makes him look like he's wearing a wig. That is actually quite funny, actually. But yeah, as for what was I saying? The rally, yeah. So yeah, he puts it on hold and he goes through and he waits for the medics to go into the actual rally to help the guy. We've got the video here. We'll play that for you as well. Oops.
But you know what? The ICE agents are much tougher, and they're grabbing.
Why can't I go full screen now? Let me refresh it, guys. I think I clicked the wrong button. I think I stuffed it up a bit.
But you know what? The ICE agents are much tougher, and they're grabbing them, and I'll tell you what.
I can't go full screen, sorry.
A doctor, please. Doctor. A doctor, please.
Actually, let's just flick it to YouTube.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time, darling.
Like, this is the thing. Like, can you imagine Hillary Clinton doing this? You imagine Hillary Clinton stopping a rally, waiting for the guy to get medical attention, and then continuing with the rally. Because, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know. I really can't. I'm not saying it's all Democrats, hashtag not all, but definitely Hillary, no way. She would be like, should stop it for like a sec and then keep going. Like, he's literally a man of the people. Like, this is why people love him, and they don't get this. But anyway. Oh yeah, there he is, literally just standing there, just waiting, like, yeah, yeah, no probs, I'll wait for you, yeah, you know, like, yeah, I don't know, it's just, can you imagine many politicians doing this? Like, many politicians just literally standing there, just waiting for someone to get medical aid because they've been injured or something. I don't know. Maybe I've been too hard on pollies. There were a few people that tried to protest or something in there. You could hear a few, fuck you, Trumps, whatever. But it really didn't sound like there was that many of them. Someone's doing a lock her up chant. Well, trying to get one started anyway. But, you know, like, we've been almost a minute now. He's just casually just waiting for, like, the person to get aid. Like, this is why people like Trump. They don't get this. They, like I said, imagine Clinton doing this. No way in hell. Although, funny thing is, she might need the actual, she might have been the person needing the medical aid. Who knows? I'm not saying someone's going to shoot her or stab her. Don't take that out of context. But she has a lot of problems when it comes to walking downstairs. Reportedly. TJ, 1 million or more. Man, I would say more than 1 million people love Trump. They talk about his polls and his popularity, and they go, oh, he broke the 51%, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he broke 51%. 51% of people willingly admit they like Trump. You know, they've also said there's also around 5 to 10% who won't admit it in a survey. You know, the ones that are like, oh, you know, I'm not quite sure who I want to vote for in the midterms, so I might just see how it goes. Meanwhile, they go in and they tick Trump on the ballot box. So when he's at 51%, I presume that poll would be a lot higher. Oh, to what you said earlier about them screaming into the sky. Difference is the same people will think before they act. Same people act on it. Yeah, pretty much, Jacob. And like, can you imagine, Jacob, like any Republican or any Trump supporter? Like, because I know there's a bit of crossover between Democrats and Republicans. Like, imagine any Trump supporter just literally going up there and screaming into the sky. Like, can you imagine any situation where that happens? Hell no. No, no way. Look, we're almost up to 2 minutes now, but like 1.5 minutes since he stopped the rally, and he's just waiting for this person to get medical aid. He just literally said, take your time. I'm the President of the United States of America. Literally just told medical personnel, take your time. Like, this guy is more important than me. In the middle of a rally with, what, 1 million people, whatever, waiting? Everybody's waiting for Trump to continue. And here he is, some guy needing medical attention, and Trump's like, man, not a problem, take your time. Like, man of the people. Like, don't get me wrong. I criticize Trump when he does something wrong. Fully laid into him for it. Syria, for example. But when he does shit like this, like, it just makes the rest of the politicians look really, really bad. Squirrel, Hillary's narcissism would never allow her to behave in such a respectful manner. No, and I actually agree with what you say there, Squirrel Man. I don't think she would. I think that at the very most she probably would have stopped the rally for maybe 20 seconds, 10 seconds. It would have been like, yeah, he's getting medical attention. Back to me, everybody. Pay attention back to me. And that's the difference between them. Man of the people that sits there and literally stops a rally for 2 minutes now. He's still stopped the rally for 2 minutes. Compared to Hillary Clinton, who probably would have stopped it for 10 seconds. Big, big difference. And that's why people love him. And they don't get this. Yeah, you can sit there in your ivory tower elites and you can sling shit as much as you want. It doesn't mean crap to us. And we'll get to that when we cover their speech at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. We will cover it, guys, don't worry. It's next. After we get through all this. I'm not sure if he does it or not. I can't remember. But I tell you what, if he gets up there and he starts thanking the paramedics and the doctors, that Hillary equals Trump. You reckon? You reckon Hillary equals Trump in this, producer? I'd like to know what you have to say about that, Ben. But if he gets up there and he thanks the people or thanks the doctors, that would be amazing. I don't know if he does it or not. I can't remember. But yeah, we'll see.
Those are the people we love. Those are great people.
Fucking won it. That I thought he would, to be honest, because just the way he is. But yeah, okay. I'm presuming he's talking about the doctors there, and I would have given them a shout out. I would have been like, guys, a big round of applause for all the medical personnel we got here today. Everybody, fucking give them a clap. But we'll see. Yep, okay. So the Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey has since apologized for labeling Candace Owens far right. You think, Jack? Like, I don't know. They sit there and they claim, oh, they're doing it because they're protecting their investors. Producer dude, if you want to elaborate on that comment, I'd love to hear what you have to say, because I might even debate you live on here if you want to jump on. I don't think they're anything like each other, but let me know if you want to jump on or if you want to debate it or whatever. You want to talk about it, let me know. But yeah, like people say, oh, you know, Twitter CEO, he's looking out for his finances, he's looking out for his investors, but when you literally start calling people an Uncle Tom, or you I'm just keeping it interesting. Okay, no worries. Thought you might. That's alright. I don't, and this I'll touch on this before we continue. I don't care if people have a different opinion. I actually like it when you do, guys. If I ever say anything that you don't agree with, don't be afraid. I don't like brown nosing. Okay. But yeah, if I ever say anything you guys don't agree with, talk to me and challenge me on it. I actually prefer people to challenge me on theories and stuff like that, and let me know what your thoughts are, because yeah, look, we're all individuals, and at the end of the day, I would much prefer people to challenge me on something and let me know what your thoughts are, because hey, I'm not perfect, and I am completely open to having my mind changed. So if there's something that he's done wrong or anything like that and you don't think I've seen it, tweet at me, let me know. I'm very active on Twitter, which is quite amazing considering how little time in the day I have. But yeah, let's get going. So yeah, basically Twitter has gone through and they actually put a mentions for the day where they called Candace Owens far right. Might actually show here. There it is there, actually. And this is the Twitter mention that actually came up. saying Kanye says he likes the way far-right media personality Candace Owens thinks. Okay, that in itself is pretty bad, considering, like, dude, it's a black person, okay? You can't go around calling black people far-right. A, it's not true. B, it doesn't make any sense. And C, it makes you look like a complete moron. But yeah, basically he went through and labelled that in the mentions. Everybody sort of had a fit. Candace Owens, even said something to him regarding it. You know, she went on and said, you know, look, I'm not far right. You know, that allow me to clarify. I believe the black community can do it without its handouts. Believe the Democrats have stopped us in our past from preventing our futures. We won't stop fighting until black Americans see that I'm not far right, I'm free. Which I think is a pretty cool message. Pretty good message, actually, to be honest. Jack responded, "Hi Candace, I want to apologise for labelling you far right. Team completely full review," and then he just literally tried to pass it off onto someone else on the team. You know, saying there was a clean break in our current process, understanding we're fixing this, thanks for calling it out. Meaning, thanks for calling it out, and hopefully your Twitter followers will not cause shit about this, because we screwed up, with air quotes. Look, you know, there's always that argument that they're out protecting their investors. There's no way they would sabotage their own platform, yada, yada, yada. He is a progressive, Jack Dorsey. He is very much into the progressive politics. And I don't know, after a while, you got to sit there and think, okay, after a while, there's a certain point where you're just like, dude, you can't make this many mistakes, okay? If you make this many mistakes, you can't run a $1 billion business. So you're obviously very incompetent and your lieutenants have a very good handle on the business, or B, you are just doing this deliberately. Squirrel, but Jack is complete moron, far right black people. Yeah, but okay, Squirrel, let me ask, do you think he's doing this deliberately? Do you think he's deliberately going through and labelling her far right because he actually believes that she is? Or do you think he is just a moron and he doesn't get it? I'm starting to think there's a little bit of malice when it comes to this, and I don't know, I just... After a while, you're sitting there thinking, like, that you can't make this many mistakes and still run a competent business, can you? I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, let's jump into something else. But let me know what your thoughts are on Score in the comment section. Do you believe that he is just incompetent, or do you believe that he's a little bit of both? I don't know. Facebook apologises, belatedly restores event page for anti-caravan protests. Yeah, that moment when Facebook goes through and deletes an anti-caravan protest Facebook page. Facebook apologised on Saturday evening to the administrators of an event page for protest in San Diego against the migrant caravan and restored the page. Hours after the protest was scheduled to have begun. Oh, friggin' imagine my shock. Literally after it's gone through and it's supposed to have happened, they've gone through and restored the page. Wow. Big. Thank you very much. Yeah, well done. Well done. That wasn't deliberate at all. San Diego for Secure Borders, SDSB, and obviously this is just going to give them more advertising. Founder Jeff Skolwicks, I might be mispronouncing, told Breitbart News Thursday on Breitbart News tonight on the Sirius XM Patriot Channel 105 on Friday evening that Facebook had removed the Saturday morning event Stop the Caravan of the 1,500 illegal aliens from Mexico. He had put it in his Facebook jail for 30 days, locking him out of his account. Squirrel said he's so possessed with neo-Marxism ideal that he probably believes this stuff is self-hurting black people and it's actually far right. He's also stupid and incompetent. Yeah, I think there can be a bit of both. I would say both on that. I would totally agree with. Yeah. Our event page had been up for 4 weeks, and about 950 people had signed up to either attend or interested in attending. Schoolweeks told senior editor at large Rebecca Mansour. There was nothing on it that attacks illegal aliens. It's just the facts about the ongoing scam and claim fake asylum to waltz right into the US. Now it's gone, he said. Zap for hosting a 100% peaceful and lawful event to oppose the unlawful invasion of our country by up to 1,600 illegal aliens from Central America and Mexico. On Saturday evening, Facebook emailed Squits and told him the event page had been restored, citing error. Wow. Might be mispronouncing my favourite part of your vids. Thanks, man. My pronunciation on some things is shit. Especially when we're doing these live shows. I can't write to edit it out. So it's like, yeah. But yeah, they're my personal favourite too, actually. I was going to sit there and like save all the edits and like put them in like one great big video at the end of the year. But I figured it'd make me look really, really bad. A member of our team accidentally removed something you posted on Friday. The email from the Facebook read, "This was a mistake and my sincere apology for the time and error. But since restored the content, you should be allowed to see it." Great, terrific. Unfortunately, the event is now over and people don't know if it's on or not. Yay! It's great, loving it, yeah. Producer says, "I also been spelling incorrectly more often than usually lately." Hey, okay, you can't blame me for that, producer, okay? That's your bad. I think it's because we're on the phones, rather. Oh, okay, yeah, good point. Yeah, there is actually a bit of study that proves that by using our smartphones and stuff, it's actually making us dumber. You know, we're not using dictionaries anymore. We're not looking up words or anything like that as much as we used to. We've got spell checker, which is obviously the worst thing in an invention. People aren't reading as much. They're reading text on the screen instead. And yeah, and then obviously ebooks and stuff like that, audio books and stuff. No surprise. Yeah, I would say, yeah, yeah. What do you do about that, producer? What do you make people, mandatory reading at school or something now? Like, dude, you can't even go through and label your kid male or female without people cracking the shits over it. So you imagine if you start bringing in mandatory reading skills, like, that would just be like shit. People would lose their nut. But I don't know. I read textbooks. Oh yeah, cool. I've got Milo Yiannopoulos. I might be mispronouncing. I got his book there, and I've had it for like 6 months. I haven't had a chance to read it. It's just, yeah, I just don't get a chance. But yeah, a member of an email. All right, the group is no longer organising a protest, but some members may attend a counter demonstration against and that's why I think the group is no longer organising a protest. Damn it, dude. Why did you stop it? Why did you stop the protest? I get why, but you literally showed them that by removing your page and restoring it, that they win. They've literally won this one. Yeah, you should have gone. Yeah. And this is why, obviously, look, we've gone through and we've made our email notifications where it basically goes through and notifies everybody once a day what new videos are going up or what videos are the latest vids. Big shout out to everybody that has subscribed on that. If you haven't, please do go to nonpartisanmedia.com. The email subscription is on the right hand side, the third box down. Please sign up for it because, yeah, people aren't getting notifications on YouTube anymore. We put up like 30 videos a week, probably 21 to 30 videos a week, and people are getting around 20% of those notified. So yeah, there was no videos yesterday because I was heading up to the Gold Coast to go to the event for Supernova. But yeah, it's but yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking one of the staff deliberately removed it because they were twigging. They don't even teach cursive anymore. Now it's become like secret old people code writing. Yeah, cursive writing is not such a big or bad thing. I was never real good at reading or writing cursive anyway. Obviously, it's a shame. Yeah, I get that. But I'm more worried about them seemingly trying to push gender into everything. And, you know, like there was literally a case in a school, I think it was in Australia, where they actually had to make guys do a pledge that they wouldn't rape women anymore. I'm getting your notifications. I'm in Canada though. I don't know if that's a fact or not. So the way it works, Squirrel, is basically if you watch the videos every day, you get notified every day. If you start not watching the videos every day or you start missing videos, then you don't get notified. And it seems to be even if you miss like 1 or 2 videos, they just stop notifying you. Now they don't stop notifying you completely, they just cut back on them. But yeah, so instead of getting notified for every video, you'll start getting notified for 1 and 3 and then 1 and 4, and yeah, just keeps getting progressively worse. But that's why we've got the email system there. Every day it sends out an email, lets people know what's gone up, and then obviously you guys can go through and find out what's out and check the videos if you like them or not. It's just a backup system in case you don't get the notifications. But as for this, look, a part of me has to think that did they delete the Facebook page because they knew that this would cause the people not to turn up? Did it make people stop going through, and did it stop the protest? And that's what I think that's that. I really do. That someone's just accidentally deleted the page, and it's just, yeah, because they're kind of hoping that the protest won't go through. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, guys. Apart from that, what else have we got? The reporters slam White House correspondents' dinner as embarrassment and a gift to Trump administration. Okay, so this is interesting because when this first came out, when the White House Correspondents' Dinner first came out, people were going on about how this person, this Maxine or whatever her name is, tore Trump a new one. And the left-wing media has tried to claim it that as, yeah, we tore him a new one, and yeah, we took shots at Sarah Sanders, and yeah. But I watched the thing today and I tried to keep an open mind. And I didn't laugh once through the first 8 minutes of it. I really do believe that this was actually a gift to Trump. And I'm sorry, but if you were after something to be a little more funny, then you kind of failed on this, really, White House. But, well, not the White House, but the White House Correspondents' Dinner. But we'll get to that in a sec. Squirrel. Oh, okay. I signed up for the email as backup. I guess I have to stay checking my emails. There's a lot to ask. Yeah, dude, I think I've got like 30,000 unread emails on one of my accounts alone. Producer, stop illegal immigration, protects foreign families. It's also illegal immigration is good for big business because it forces down wages. It's also bad for the economy. It causes housing prices to rise. It causes food shortages. It costs, obviously, more of an impact on the social systems if you have any, like if you're over in Europe, for example, Medicare and all that, forcing taxes to go up. Even in the US, it forces tax to rise because they have to go through and they have to, more people driving, more traffic, more road repairs. There is a huge flow-on effect just from illegal immigration. And this is the stuff they don't want you to know because it's enough to make anybody not want it. So, yeah. But several reporters found comedian Michelle Wolf's performance at the White House Correspondents' Dinner Saturday to be detrimental to the mission of the event and the gift to Donald Trump, who was not in attendance but at a political rally in Michigan. It's a job nobody wants to. What job's that? Sorry, producer. Sorry, what job are you talking about there, Mo? Wolf took egregious shots at President Donald Trump and the White House officials and journalists at the Associated Press, Politico, Yahoo News, the New York Times, and CNN found the cruel and off-putting. Yeah, because they were also the butt of jokes as well. Ice. Oh, yeah. It's a job nobody wants to. Yeah, I don't think they really have a shortage of people wanting to join ICE, though, do they? As far as I know, ICE is pretty well stocked, but you get a lot of patriots in there, that's for sure. Yeah, quite. Yeah, you should have done more research before you got me to do this, she said. Yeah, but that was just tongue-in-cheek. I don't think there was anything of that. The White House Press Secretary Huckabee Sanders received many of Wolf's lobs at the White House correspondence. Conaway, NBC called an apology to Huckabee Sanders. Andrea Michelle? Apology is owed to Press Secretary and other egregious assaulted Michael Wolf at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, Associate Dinner, which started with uplifting, heartfelt speech by Margaret Lavelli, I might be mispronouncing, comedian whose worst since insult Clintons. She did have a shot at the Clintons, but even that I did not find was that funny, to be honest. Jeff Zoney, couldn't agree more. So much important and amazing journalism this year. That should be the focus. When truth matters, it needs more than ever. It was an embarrassment in the room, surely in attendance at home. Tim Alberta, every criticulture, might be mispronouncing, thrust upon the nation's press. We look at a cultural elitist, professional and subconsciously detached and artificially based. Well, at least he knows it. This confirmed by the train wreck of an event. Journalists, the joke's on us. The White House Correspondents' Dinner is broken. Fix it or end it. Quote, APRA Secretary Sat absorbed intense criticism of her physical appearance. Oh, that's not going to be good. I didn't get that far into it. Squirrel, there's no jobs. Sorry, start again. Squirrel, there's no jobs, no wants in Canada. There's no jobs, yet we're getting flooded with refugees from the US crossing illegally into the tune of thousands. Takes up to 11 years to get the hearing. Holy dooly. Is that 11 years to actually find out if they can legally stay in Canada? Meanwhile, they're using all our social services that really stacked and overstrained. Yeah, I know, Squirrel. We know. I don't know what else we can do. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know what else we can do. All we can do is make videos and we can share them. That's all we can do. We can just raise awareness and just literally go through and let people know what the dangers are of this mass migration. And we make a difference. I'm not saying we don't. But at the end of the day, I was watching a video today. I think it was Black Pigeon Speaks. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen his videos, he's great. Go subscribe. But yeah, Black Pigeon Speak was talking about whether the UK can actually be saved. Whether Europe can actually be saved. Because there's literally only a few elections left before the population gets below 70% white. And when that population gets below 70% white, they no longer, it might have been V actually, they can no, I think V did a video for the Thinkery. Once it gets below 70% white, you no longer have the effect to be able to sway elections. That in itself is scary shit. That means that literally have a couple of years, 8, 12 years, before it is too late for you to save your countries or save your cities or save your whatever it may be that you want to refer to. Countries, presidency, cities, towns, whatever. Squirrel, refugees from the US is crazy. That's the US. It's the USA. So they're actually heading from the US into Canada. So that's like the reverse of Trump. That really is. But yeah, so look, obviously going back to this, guys, obviously a lot of people aren't happy about what happened with the Correspondents' Dinner. We will cover it in a sec. But yeah, it was embarrassment. It really, really was. It's mostly Somalians from Minnesota. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mass exodus of people leaving the US because of Trump, maybe? I don't know. And Squirrel Man, all I can say is just get rid of Trudeau. Like, I don't know if you like the guy or not, but Justin Trudeau, or whatever his name is, like, yeah. Enough said, I think. Maxine Waters, 70% of women want to impeach Trump. Do they, though? Do they really? Is it 70% of Democratic women? Like, where is your curve on this? Democratic California Representative Maxine Waters claimed on Monday that 70% of women want to impeach Donald Trump. We have that video. We'll play it for you now.
Know what will happen. Perhaps they'll join me. They'll want to impeach him.
Are you the belief that Democrats should make impeachment a centerpiece of the midterm elections?
Well, they have indicated they do not want to do that. They think that the Republicans will use it.
Who's the they?
The leadership. You know, that whether we're talking about the DNC or the DCCC, they all believe that the Republicans will just use that and say they're mad because they lost the election. And they don't particularly think that that's a good way to go with this.
It's not a good way to go. It's really not a good way to go, Maxine. But for the Republicans' sake, for Trump supporters' sake, please do it. Please run on this impeachment. Okay? Because I tell you now, I'm already thinking of videos to make showing how crazy you people have been over the past 2 years. So you're going to cop it no matter what.
I don't agree with them.
You don't agree? Both?
No.
I mean,
No.
you don't agree both tactically and also substantively? I mean, I guess my point is, I know that you substantively feel he has committed impeachable offenses.
That's right.
Are you not persuaded by the idea that it would be a tactical mistake politically?
No, I'm not persuaded by that idea. You know why? Because I tell you, everywhere I go, people are talking about why can't you all get rid of him?
Right.
Why don't they impeach him? What's wrong with the other members of Congress? Why don't they stand up with you? This man is dishonorable. He lies all the time. He's a con man. They say all of these.
You know, they say things like he lies all the time, right? And look, Trump does exaggerate at certain points. I will fully admit that. But when you say he lies all the time, you are literally doing the exact same thing that he does. In fact, you're probably worse at it. When he gets up and he says, Obama was spying on me. They all got up and they called him crazy. Trump never spied on Obama, didn't spy on Trump. And then we get FISA warrants where they were literally spying on Trump. But if you go through all the Trump lies, you'll notice that was still on the list. Because it wasn't until 6 or 12 months later when it was cleared that, oh yeah, actually he was right. Obama was actually spying on him. Squirrel, it's because the heads of our centrist party, the Liberal Party, we don't vote for him. We vote for a party, not the leader. Yeah, we do the same thing over here, man. Most Canadians are political centrists. No one likes to vote, even libs. Yeah, I know. We have the same problem here. We can vote for Labor, we can vote for Liberals of Greens, or we can vote for National Party. National and Liberals always team up. And they're like the centre party, centre left. Then we've got Labor and Greens, which is the far left party. You guys need to do what we get, which is make a fifth party or another party. And yeah, make it centre right, for example. Talk on immigration and reform and stuff like that. There is already a 1.5-year waiting list in Canada to get a blood test. They're literally letting people... Holy dooly. I didn't even know about that one, man. That is bad. So, 1.5-year waiting list to get a blood test. So if you have like HIV or whatever, does that mean that there should be free healthcare? Yeah, look, yeah, we'll get to the healthcare in a sec. But does that mean if you have, for example, if you want to get tested for HIV, you have to wait a year and a half? Because you could be spreading HIV in that time. As for the free healthcare, the HIV is fast causing the sexual health clinics. Okay, cool. That's all right. That's an exception. All right, cool. All right. But yeah, as for like free healthcare, it's free healthcare or socialized healthcare works up to about 55 million. I've heard the number it gets pulled is around 55 million. Once you start breaking the 55 million mark, that's when it starts going wrong. How many people live in Canada? What's the population of Canada at the moment? So you're heading up to around the 35 million as of 2002. $36 million. Okay, yeah. So yeah, dude, you're starting to get up towards the part where, you know, health systems fail. What's the population of Australia? I think we're only around 20 million. So we've still got a little bit of time in Australia before that happens to us. But yeah, around the 55 million mark, it fails. The health systems fail, man. But hey, you know, just keep flooding your countries with illegal aliens and forcing that population to go up and up and up and see what happens, I suppose. 1/3 of Canadians live in Ontario. Yeah. Sorry to hear about your terrorist attack up there lately, man, too, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this video.
Things, and I'm not just talking about my district, whether I'm on the airplane, I'm walking down the street in New York, wherever I am, I'm hearing it, and I'm told that 70% of women who have been polled say that they want him impeached.
All right, Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
Yeah, but you don't say where that poll happened, do you? And I'm guessing it was in California, considering she is the Californian representative. So glad I stayed in the UK. I have cancer and immediate treatment second to none. Yeah, Mary. Sorry to hear about your cancer. Sorry, by the way. In Australia, cancer treatments are pretty good as well. It is a benefit when it comes to health systems. That's for sure. I like the health systems when it comes to socialized systems. I really do. Australia has the same thing too, so yeah, I like that idea. I'm just simply saying that, remember, we do pay for it. It's not a free system because we pay for it in our taxes, but yeah, it is a good system. So apparently in April, an NPR poll found that 47% of voters would definitely vote against a congressional candidate who favors impeachment, while only 42 would be definitely vote for such a candidate. But then that doesn't say if that is actually a Trump supporter or Democrat or whatever who would be against it. So that could be Trump supporters. Hayes concluded in the interview after that he commented, and he did not ask Waters to prove her claim. Squirrel said, not here. 11 months waiting for even a biopsy. 6 months plus for a... Damn, man. Squirrel, man, you guys have got some serious problem over there with your health system. Mary, hope things are well. Sorry, producers to Mary. Hope things are well. Not the first story I've heard like yours. No, that's definitely something, guys, that the health systems, and this is something that the people over in America, the Republicans, they don't normally talk about. Health systems, socialized health systems, they do benefit. They really do actually do quite well. The way I like to think of it is that health systems over in the Canada and the Australia and the UK and whatnot, they run on treating people. They don't run on a cost-effective basis, normally anyway. So at the end of the day, they just worry about getting people in and getting people out and treating people. So that is kind of cool. But yeah, health systems definitely do have their advantages, that's for sure. They also have their disadvantages too, because it does force your taxes to go up and stuff like that. Squirrel, I would die waiting here. I went to the States for 9 months, got treatment, and I'm alive. Sorry to hear about you. Sorry, if you don't mind me asking, Squirrel, what's the what was the problem? What was it? Was it cancer, or you said earlier, or? Mary, well, things have been going good for 5 years, but I'm a bit concerned just now. I will cut up the I will call the hospital in the morning and arrange a checkup. Okay. Also, Mary, there's also things like squirrel. Yes, okay. Mary, also things like, for example, tomato juices. Drinking a lot of tomato juices and vegetable juices and stuff like that also does make a huge difference as well. I'm not sure if you're very healthy with your diet, but definitely drinking like raw tomato juice and stuff like that you actually buy from the supermarket. Make sure it's the real stuff and not the preservative stuff. Is reportedly pretty good for that sort of stuff too. Worst case scenario, it'll clean you out. Best case scenario, helps clean the cancer. But yeah. That said, I'm not a doctor, obviously, so check with your GP and whatnot. Full disclosure. So let's check out. Let's do the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Let's have a look at this train wreck that it was. I saw it, and I think it was on... the C-SPAN, I'm pretty sure. Here it is here.
Without further ado, please welcome.
Alright, so let's go through this train wreck. We'll have to stop it every 30 seconds or so, but yeah.
Michelle Wolf.
All right, this is long. This has been long. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. Here we are, the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Like a porn star says when she's about to have sex with a Trump. Let's get this over with.
Like, first joke, yeah, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. It's a little bit funny, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I didn't even get a chuckle out of that one, and yeah, I don't know. I don't see it that funny. I don't know. Maybe just we're so over all the Trump jokes. I don't know. Let's keep going.
Yep, kiddos, this is your getting tonight. I'm gonna skip a lot of the normal pleasantries. We're at a Hilton. It's not nice. This is on C-SPAN. No one watches that. Trump is president. It's not ideal. The White House Correspondents' Association, thank you for having me. The monkfish was fine. And just a reminder to...
So I don't know about you guys, but her voice, yeah, man, her voice is... I know, hey, if I could run it... Like, I can't comment on people's voice. I really can't. I don't like my own. But when I was listening to this, I found it hard to watch. I really, really did. I was just like, really? That. Let's move on.
Everyone, I'm here to make jokes. I have no agenda. I'm not trying to get anything accomplished. So everyone that's here from Congress, you should feel right at home.
So that was a little bit okay. That was like, yeah, okay, that's funny. Okay, that's pretty good. But when you sit there and you say, I don't have a political agenda. No, you do, because most of these jokes are ripping on Trump. So I'm sorry, you do have a political agenda.
Now, before we get too far, a little bit about me. A lot of you might not know who I am.
No, we have no idea who you are, to be honest.
I'm 32 years old, which is an odd age. 10 years too young to host this event, and 20 years too old for Roy Moore.
That was a little bit low. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, the Roy Moore thing was never proved. Big shock on that one. Whether he did it or not, I don't know. But when you have women refusing to go to court or refusing to get convictions at court, it seems like it's just a PR spear. It really does.
I know, he almost got elected. Yeah.
Yep, so did Hillary, whose husband did what again?
It was fun. It was fun. Honestly, I never really thought I'd be a comedian, but I did take an aptitude test in 7th grade, and this is 100% true. I took an aptitude test in 7th grade, and it said my best profession was a clown or a mime. Well, at first it said clown, and then it heard my voice and was like, or maybe mime.
Yeah, probably should have been a mime. Producer, do you think two-party systems is effective? I would like to vote directly on issues and cut out the bureaucracy. No, I don't think it's effective at all, to be honest. There is actually a system that people have been talking about lately where you actually go through and you vote on the policies and then you vote on the Prime Minister. I'll try and find that video. I might do a separate video on that system. Where you actually go through and you'll say, for example, yes, I'm for immigration. No, I'm not for gay rights, for example. This is just examples, mind you. So this is not my beliefs. But yes, I'm tough on immigration. No, I don't want gay rights. No, I don't want this girl to ever be a comedian, for example. But you know, you go through and you list what you want, and there's like a checklist, and you say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, maybe. And you go through and actually vote on the actual policies. That system has actually been gaining a little bit of steam lately. People have been a lot more acceptive to that than to any other system around. It does seem like a good idea. It really does. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the future.
Think about mine. And I know as much as some of you might want me to, it's 2018 and I'm a woman, so you cannot shut me up. Unless you have Michael Cohen wire me $130,000. Michael, you can find me on Venmo under my porn star name, Reince Priebus.
But even that, I'm like, yeah, you're not funny. Like, that was a shot at Reince Priebus, and even then, I'm just like, I'm not laughing. I don't know. These people seem to be laughing, but how many are just laughing because they're laughing for the sake of it? It's just, you're not that funny. Get off the stage. Like, if the Hollywood elites think that, or the in this case, the media elites think this is funny, you need to go and see stand-up comedy. You really, really do.
Reince just gave a thumbs up. Okay. Now, people are saying America is more divided than ever. But I think no matter what you support politically, we can all agree that this is a great time for craft stores. Because of all the protests, poster board has been flying off the shelves faster than Robert Mueller can say, "You've been subpoenaed." And thanks to Trump, pink yarn sales are through the roof.
Like, I don't know, guys. I don't think this is funny. I really don't think she's that funny in this, but yeah.
After Trump got elected, women started knitting those pussy hats. When I first saw them, I was like, that's a pussy? I guess mine just has a lot more yarn on it. Yeah. Should have done more research before you got me to do this. Now, there is a lot to cover tonight. There's a lot to go over. I can't get to everything. I know there's a lot of people that want me to talk about Russia.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, I made it about 5 or 10 minutes into the first one and the first time, and it was just, I was like, I'm not laughing at any of this. I'm sorry, but if you're going to get up and do a comedy act, be funny. Women can't be funny. The ones seem so act like men. George can't. No. Yeah. Then look. I disagree with that. There have been women that are funny, and it's not just all because they act like men and everything like that. It's just the way I see it at the moment. Like, for example, Melbourne has a Melbourne Comedy Festival. Let me see. Like, let's go through. Let's get rid of that, because I'm sorry, but it's just not funny. Let's see what this one's like. This is a female. I don't know what this comedian's like, but let's just see what she's like.
Hello, how are you? Now, we've had some jokes tonight. I'm not going to go down that path. I want to talk to you about your health. I'm the ambassador for New Zealand Breast Cancer Foundation, and yeah, I realise this is not New Zealand, but you know what? A tit is a tit. Am I right? And what they've realised is only 5% of women are comfortable and confident enough to feel their own boobs for lumps. And I just want you to know, ladies.
Okay, so maybe they do have to act like men.
Is that if you're not comfortable or confident enough to feel your own boobs, I want you to approach your local lesbian, and we're going to help you with that. We're here for you. Seriously though, get yourself checked out, ladies. I know the prospect of hanging from the ceiling by your tit in a vice grip is not a great one. But let's face it, by the time you need to go for regular checks, your tits aren't what they used to be. You know, because when you're young, you've got where you wear a C cup. You go, I wear a C cup.
See, this one's a little bit funnier. So she's funnier. And this is what I was going to say. I won't play the full thing. But my argument is that the White House Correspondents' Dinner, it's not funny because it's a female telling joke. I don't think that. The reason why it's not funny is because it's a bunch of elites trying to take shots at Trump and everything else, by the way. But like, you're literally sitting in your ivory house. This comedian here. She probably, I would very much doubt she's not an elite. Okay, to me, she's probably a middle income earner, high income earner, maybe comedian. So at the end of the day, she's more approachable. She's more relatable than the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You get a whole bunch of people up talking about how bad Trump is and everything like that. You just come across as bitter. You do, because you're not relatable. People don't know who you are, and they don't want to know who you are because you're in your ivory tower. So it just, yeah, it's just like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't work. It's, yeah. But anyway. Obviously, CNN has gone through and made this topic regarding Michael Wolff's hugely controversial speech. I know they did not like it. So there's that. But to give you an idea, everybody seems to be saying the same thing. You can see some of the headlines coming up now.
Trump names all the time. And look, I could call Trump a racist or a misogynist or xenophobic or unstable or incompetent.
So, according to CNN, the comedian Michelle Wolf, and I use that term very, very loosely, savage takedown of everyone from Trump to White House Press Secretary Sanders to the media was and will be the talk of Saturday night's White House Correspondents' Dinner. Some, mostly on the left, saw it as speak truth to power moment. Stephen Colbert's speech at 2006 White House Correspondents' Dinner. Others, mostly on the right, viewed it as a vile, hate-filled address that was neither funny nor appropriate. Appropriate? I don't care about appropriate. You know, I fully expected them to be appropriate. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was funny. No, I really don't think it was funny.
They are an unlikely duo, famous and famously contrarian.
Yeah, but I don't think it was funny at all, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know. If you think she was funny, let me know in the comments. But I can't see her as funny, to be honest. And a lot of people seem to be saying the same thing, to be honest. Comedian Michael Wolff's jokes fall flat or offend at DNC dinner. And yeah, and this is the thing. Like, you've got them literally sitting there. I don't like CNN, no. Well, neither do I, no. But even when CNN is sitting there claiming that your jokes fall flat, or that, you know, that you really got to sit there and wonder, why aren't I going full screen? Like, you really got to sit there and wonder, if CNN is taking a shot at you for failing at this thing, how bad do you have to be? So, yeah. But this is Fox News saying the same thing. And I don't know, guys. I don't think it was funny. I really don't think it was funny at all, to be honest. But keep going. Apparently, Clinton's non-profit won't let donors cancel a 10.28... sorry. Start again. Clinton's non-profit won't let donors cancel 10.48 monthly contribution report. So, a settlement man... Sorry, start again. A Seattle man who recently sought to end his monthly donation to Hillary Clinton non-profit group ran into a small roadblock. There was no way to cancel his recontribution, according to a report. Corey Kovetsky, 29, who wanted to stop his $10.48 recurring the Onward Together, the political activation group organized Clinton Foundation formed after her 2016 defeat. Because of the group's disclosure, little information on how it spent the money, he told the Seattle Times. That is a complete load of crap. I'm sorry, but there's no way he wants to cancel the payment because of its lack of disclosure. He wants to cancel the payment because she now, or Clinton now, has no political pull. and he wants to bail out because he's not going to get anything for his money. Onwards Together accept payment information but provides no accessibility or alternative cancel of donations once the initial donations is received, wrote in his complaint to the Washington State Attorney General's office. Political groups have employed aggressive tactics in the past when asking for contributions, many times using email blasts to persuade would-be donors. According to the Seattle PI, one such email sent a potential Clinton backer 11 months after the 2016 presidential election read. Heather, it's an old joke, but by now I took a few long walks in the woods after election day, but I did, and I came out ready to fight for our vision of fairer, more inclusive country by supporting the incredible groups and leaders who are encouraging people to organise and run for office. I hope you're ready too, because I'll be ready for you. Become a foundation donor to Onward Together by starting a monthly donation of just $10. Look, am I surprised that it's hard to get rid of these groups or to pull out of these contributions? No, I fully expect that. It's when you sign up to a political group, you're going to expect that to happen. As for him wanting to pull out, I think that's merely just because of the fact that he's just realised that she doesn't have any influence. She doesn't have any persuasion, and that there's nothing that he can do to get for that $10. It's a donation, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this. Do you think he's trying to pull out because of she's no longer influential, or do you think he wants to pull out because they're not being transparent? I'm pretty sure you'll find it'll be the former. Affinity Wars passes Star Wars Force Awakens with record 250 million box office bow. I have heard what happens. I think you sound very tired. Yeah, Mary, it has been a full-on weekend. And I've also got a splitting headache too, which doesn't help things. But, yeah, I got a side-splitting headache, migraine. I've been out all day. And it just, yeah, not drinking water and been out in the day and out in the sun and, yeah. But let's keep going. Disney and Marvel's Avengers Infinity Wars kicked off the summer box office high style opening, according to a record-settling $250 million in North America and $380 million overseas for global, a total of $630 million. Now, the superhero mashup accomplishes the feat without China, where it doesn't unfurl until May 11th. So I'll have a good time in that too. Go and have a lie down. Yeah, I might wrap it up after this sort of, guys. Go and have something to eat, have something to drink, and yeah. Fellow Disney title Star Wars The Force Awakens was the previous record holder for the biggest domestic opening, while Universal's Top Fate of the Fast and Furious held the record for biggest global start, 541. Infinity War's box office victory was aided by the biggest Saturday of all time in North America, reflecting a strong family turnout. And it's funny because Infinity Wars isn't overly politically correct, is it? It's funny how movies that are not overly politically correct seem to be doing pretty well, and the ones that are overly politically correct don't seem to be doing too well. Funny how that works, isn't it? And the last story before I'll probably head off and go and have a whole ton of water and have a lay down is Kanye West releases a new song doubling down on support for Trump. We actually have a copy of it, so let's play it.
A rapper who says he's getting a bum rap and a president who believes much the same. Social media exploded when Kanye West tweeted his support. You don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. We are both dragon energy. He is my brother. The president declared this very cool, and other rap artists weighed in.
Chance the Rapper said it well. Because you're black does not mean you're a Democrat.
Then came the role reversals.
Yeah, I think Chance actually flipping on that was a bit pathetic, to be honest, but we'll get to that.
Conservatives have never much liked Kanye because of this comment after Katrina.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
But now...
Kanye looks and he sees black unemployment at the lowest it's been in the history of our country. He sees that stuff and he's smart and he says, you know what, Trump is doing a much better job than the Democrats did.
And the liberal community quickly cooled on Kanye.
We have the right to independent thought, and I independently think that Kanye has lost his mind.
The funny thing with Kanye is this is not the first time that he has done stuff like this. At the end of the day, he's spoken out about this stuff in the past. Let me show you guys this clip. I've used it before. So let me play this because this is interesting. DJ says Disney dead by 21st Century Fox last year, and trust me, that will make them a lot of money. How does Disney dying by 20th Century? I don't understand by what you mean by Disney is dead by 21st Century Fox and that'll make them a lot of money. Wouldn't that cost them a lot of money? I don't know.
Just say, I'm just beat Ye and win. I'm gonna take his lead. Radio, fuck you. Radio, fuck you. Wait a second, you say, wait a second. Hey, is it radio, fuck you? That's what you're saying? Exactly. Now, not fuck the people that work at radio. Because these is real people that gotta feed their kids. And they not being allowed to play that real shit.
So what he's talking about here is how radio goes through and will only play certain artists. And I noticed this at a young age because I would listen to a lot of different types of music. I'd listen to, stuff like ICP and stuff like that when I was growing up. So at the end of the day, I would ring up and I would ask them to play said songs. And yeah, they would be like, oh no, we can't play that, or we don't have that, or we don't play that sort of music. So that always, to me, was a little weird. And then obviously when they start going on about that, and then Kanye gets up and starts dropping these red pills, I do a little bit of research, and he's right, that there is very much a section in the media that controls the message, that controls what people want you to hear. And that's what he's talking about here.
That in order to feed their kids, they gotta play the same shit over and over and over. I was raised by KRS-One. I was raised by Tribe Called Quest. I was raised by DMX. The last real nigga alive? No, nigga. It's still real niggas alive. We alive tonight, bro. We alive tonight, bro. Virgil Abloh is alive tonight.
Where is it? I'll skip it a bit.
I don't give a fuck if you know the names in that. Years on this planet, bro, and we can have a utopia. We can love each other, but the rules gotta be fair.
So the reason why I'm showing this is because this is not the first time that Kanye has spoken out against this sort of stuff. There it is, literally a year ago, and him doing the exact same thing back then. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's funny how when he speaks out, they always go on about him needing help. He's having a psychological break. He's losing it. Yada yada yada. No, Kanye's not losing it. He's just not. He's not forced to say what he wants to say, and every now and then Kanye will go through and he breaks the chain, so to speak. But I want to check out his new song later too, actually. But yeah. Alright guys, that might be where I might leave it today. I'm not feeling 100%. I had a late start. I've been sleeping and yeah, I've got a splitting headache, so I might wrap it up pretty early. We had a huge stream last week, guys. Obviously 5.5 hours, I think it was. But there's not a lot of news happening today either, so... Guys, obviously if the video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. I don't know if I'll put up any videos later today, depending if anything happens breaking news-wise. But guys, yeah, apart from that, obviously, always I'll chat to you guys in the comment section below. No worries, Mary. Have a great night. Enjoy yourself, guys. And I'll see you next week for the live show. Plus, videos always during the week. Catch us.